This is going to be our first time talking to the good people at ShotDotEdit. I'm right here now with Garrett Delph. I got that right? Man, I'm good at this hosting thing. All right, so this is Garrett Delph.
Sure.
You guys got this amazingly enticing, gigantic lettering behind me that is your show special.
Sure.
Tell me about Free Call.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think we've realized 15 years of this that cull is likely the most painful process in post-production.
Yeah, and the thing that people struggle with outsourcing too.
Yeah, because it's highly subjective.
Yes.
Right. So to have a process that takes subjectivity and turns it into an objective process where it's a no-brainer, and do it fast.
Right.
That's what we stand for.
So I shot a wedding. I took 2,000 images, and I just
or four.
Okay, boy, that's conservative. I realize, but let's just call it two.
Okay,
3,000.
Sure.
We'll split the difference.
Sure. Yeah.
So I take 3,000 images. I love shooting.
Yeah.
I hate the post-processing. It is such a pain in my butt.
All right.
But I want to be in the photography business.
Yeah.
That's what you guys do.
Yeah, I mean, we're soup to nuts post-production workflow.
Okay.
So if you don't want to cull, you don't want to color, do style, you don't want to write your content, we have a company called PhotoScribe that writes content for our photographers, their blogs.
That's huge.
You don't want to do your photo gallery. We have an extra photo gallery that's similar to Pixieset or Shootproof. We finish all that, we do it all for you. Period.
That will get people back shooting. And
back in the olden day.
Yeah. You just would shoot and send your film to the lab and be like, let those guys have it.
That's right. Yeah,
that is awesome. Right. So, who's your ideal client?
Our ideal client is a wedding pro. Somebody primarily, they make their income from shooting weddings. It doesn't mean they don't supplement with babies or bar mitzvahs or bat mitzvahs or seniors or anything like that.
Dragging couches into fields.
Right, man. Whatever it takes, right? But primarily, weddings is their gig. They're perfect for us. And if they're doing probably at least 7 weddings a year, 5 to 7 weddings a year, it makes sense to use us. That's it.
The idea of just getting your life back, but I think the biggest barrier to that is giving someone else control over the work that's so important to you. So what's some of the processes that you do that makes your culling and editing get past those objections for people?
Yeah, well, I think that's part art, part science, right?
Absolutely.
I think the best answer to that question is when the student is ready, the teacher will appear, right?
Yeah, all right.
It's mostly a mindset. Anybody who's interested in micromanaging pixels, outsourcing anything to any post-production company will not work.
But sometimes you have to get to a certain volume and a certain level of frustration before you realize the genius of outsourcing.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
You have to be ready for it.
You have to be ready, right? So, but for those that are ready, one of our differentiators is we're highly customized and we're extremely fast. And so we can learn you to a degree that it'll move the needle for most people that aren't really struggling with control. For most people, I think for most people that are ready, they're satisfied with 90%, and they want to put their fingerprint on the other 10%. That's pretty standard.
Absolutely. So maybe they send the bulk of the images, and then they pick a select few, like 20 or 30, that they do themselves for a blog post or something. But ultimately, the result is they've got a lot of time back on their hands.
That's right.
Like working on their business instead of in their business.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the values of our community as well in terms of how are we valuable to our customers is we have a community of amazing pros that can help support, educate, inspire, mentor those that are trying to figure this out, And once you get it figured out, it actually becomes turnkey. And I think maybe one of the biggest struggles is photographers end up going, now I actually don't know what to do with my free time. And it's easier.
Go get more business.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I think it's easier to run back to the stuff that you know.
Right.
All right, so we're in the business of taking that away from them and then setting them free.
Spend some time with your kids.
To go prosper. Yeah. Actually,
got a hobby.
If you look at our video, right, it's all about getting out there and doing the things that matter. I think the computer becomes this chain,
Totally.
And people kind of take pride in staying up till 4 a.m.
Which is nuts.
I
want to pay you to stay up till 4 a.m.
Nuts is a nice word, right?
Yeah.
I would say it's insane.
It's counterproductive.
Anybody who's interested in going out of business fast, it's the perfect recipe. control all of that and do it night and day in an area.
You will burn out.
You will.
You will burn out.
We serve some of the biggies in the world. I'm talking companies that do 5,000 weddings a year. They're our customers. Their brides don't complain. You know who complains? Photographers, because they didn't get a point of magenta the way they wanted it. Right? But
Which,
brides,
for your average delivery,
even above average.
right? Yeah.
Right? So anyways, that's kind of a long answer to your question.
No, but it makes perfect sense. I love the idea that you got to be ready to let it go.
You do.
And when you let go, you can really start to succeed in ways that you didn't know was possible. This is an incredible why statement to say, not only are we going to make your professional life easier, but this can enhance the rest of your life by giving you the ability to have time to do the things that you don't have time for.
Well put, man.
Yeah.
Will you hire this guy?
Give me a t-shirt. Hey, Gary, I appreciate you, man. Now, where can people follow up? And you have a special code for people watching the video for Front Row right now.
Yes. So first month, 19. We'll get you a free month with us any month, any week, any day in 2019. First month, 19.
First month, 19.
Yep.
All one word.
On any of our plans. Yep. You can go to ShotDotEdit.com. Our Instagram is @ShotDotEdit. Our Facebook is ShotDotEdit.
It's pretty easy to find you guys.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so.